Hey everyone, Anthony Iglesias here. I wanted to talk about one of my most recent acquisitions, this Yngwie Malmsteen copy Strat. So I know some of you are probably not going to like to hear that I got an imitation Strat, and I can understand where you're coming from. So please don't judge me too harshly. So basically, just going to summarize the story. Years ago, a friend of mine he had a Yngwie style Chinese Strat, and he brought it over to me and said, "Hey, can you do some work on it?" Now, I'm not a luthier. I don't really know how to do guitar tech stuff, but I know a little bit. And so I kind of got the action better and put some new strings on it and all that stuff. And I had it for a little while, and I actually really enjoyed it. And I was like, man, I would like to buy one. Because as much as I would love to actually have a genuine Yngwie Malmsteen Strat, the price tag of I think $1,900 was a little bit too much for novelty. Because that's really all the guitar would be to me is novelty. You know, I have a particular way of playing, and the Yngwie Strat is just not my style of guitar, even though I love Yngwie Malmsteen. So I went to the same place where he went and got his. Of course, this is years later. And I looked at all the different Strats, and I saw this one. And what I liked about this one was that it was gold, which was different than what the typical Yngwie Strat is. So it has this gold finish here and this pearl-looking inlay or pickguard here. Now, I got this for maybe $130 or something like that. I don't remember. And with shipping, it was under $200. So let's keep this in mind. For $200, I wasn't expecting much. Even though my friend paid a similar range and his guitar was actually pretty nice. So I was very specific with the buyer. I don't remember the name of the buyer. I got the guitar from AliExpress. And I had success with AliExpress before with my NK 2021 guitar, which I absolutely adore. And if you haven't heard the instrumental that I wrote, NK 2021, you can find it on this YouTube channel, but also you can find it on most music streaming services like Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and so on. Okay, so I ordered this guitar, and I was very specific that I wanted it to have only 21 frets, and as you can see, it's got 22. And I wanted to make sure that it had all of this cool stuff in here, the fraudulent logo on there. And I just wanted it. I know, again, there are purists out there, and I totally understand where you're coming from, so please, yeah, I mean, if you want to blow up my comment section, go ahead. That's all right. I'm not going to be bothered by it, but I do get where you're coming from. Get the genuine article, right? I get it. And maybe someday I will buy an actual Yngwie Strat when I have an extra $1,900 to just throw away. Anyway, so I ordered this guitar and back in April, and I didn't think I was going to get it. Now, my NK guitar took only 30 days, and other things I ordered from AliExpress came in relatively quick. This thing took forever. I was waiting and waiting for it to come in. I kept sending messages. There was a constant problem with communication, and English was definitely not their first language. Now, even though I speak a little bit of Cantonese and a little bit of Mandarin, they didn't know that. They were speaking the best English that they could, and there was definitely problems with communication. So right before my birthday in June, the guitar finally showed up. And when I opened it, I was really upset. So I'm going to post the pictures why right now. Okay, so I saw that and I was so upset. What did they do? They took a can of spray paint and they spray painted it and, and all that. And I thought Customs was, trying to pull a fast one or something. So I was really upset. And there was a lot of issues. You know, the fretwork was abysmal, and there's more. So based on that, I was going to basically demand my money back, and they said, no, just get a Q-tip and some alcohol and it washes right off. And I did use that, and it did wipe off, and it took quite a bit of work. So I played the guitar a little bit, and, you know, it wasn't bad. The action was high. The intonation was way off. There was a lot of problems. The nut on it was plastic, which looked really shoddy. And so I took this guitar to my, local guitar expert in the area, Ron Spencer, and he got this thing playable. And he did the very best he can. And now Ron is one of the best in the area. Well, in my opinion, the best. I don't know anybody else better. And he got it to play. But even then, it took some work, and there are still a few issues. So the guitar definitely battles to stay in tune. While recording my instrumental InkSplat Magazine, funny name, I had to tune pretty much every take. Every time I was, practicing a line or something, I'd go back, check the tuning, and sure enough, it was out. So these tuners are not exactly great. I had the nut replaced with a bone nut, which is a heck of a lot better than what was originally on the guitar. The fretwork was really jagged and sharp, had that redone. There was a few frets up in the higher register that were uneven, and so if you hit one note, you got the wrong note, even if you intonated the guitar. The pickups, believe it or not, are surprisingly good for this price line, this price mark. The toggle, nice and snappy. The volume and everything, tone, working fine. The input jack is fine. I don't use whammy, so I had this tremolo just pulled back, and it's not moving. The joint between the neck and the body, a tiny little bit of space here, but not too much. The fluting or scalloping on this guitar is actually not that bad. Just take a quick look here. I hope it's in focus for you. The issue that I'm seeing is I don't know if they applied the dots before they did the routing or whatever, but you can actually see right here on the 12th fret, if I can get in there, you can see that the dot is actually smudged. And the same thing goes for the 3rd fret, if you can see that. Okay? So what do you get for, just over $100 plus shipping? You get this. Now, is it a piece of garbage? Nah, not really. If you spend a little extra money and get it playable, I would give this to a young student or someone who's just a fan of Yngwie but doesn't want to spend the almost $2,000. And I did have challenges with this while recording the instrumental. I had issues with sustain and just notes not ringing out as good as my other guitars. And I have a Strat that I've been playing for over 30 years, and the difference is there. So if you're looking to get something like this, if you can afford it, spend more money, okay? But if you're really, really, hard on cash and you just want something, a novelty thing to say, yeah, look at me, I got a, mock Chinese Yngwie Strat. There you go. There's a lot of these on AliExpress. And again, buyer beware. Remember, with them, you're going to take a long time to get these guitars, depending on how customs are going. And you might not get what you thought. My friend got lucky and got something good. I got slightly unlucky and got something that needed work. One last thing, the finish is not terrible for the most part. The finish on the guitar looks okay. There is a few blemishes where you could tell that they either let the ink run, Like right here, I could see totally, you know, some ink run going on, or paint run, I'm sorry. And also down here, it looks like just it didn't, you can't see it, but I totally can see it. There is just something going on with the paint right here that just doesn't look any good. But other than that, this is my novelty guitar. Yes, it's playable, but I'm probably not going to do a lot with this guitar. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm totally banging the guitar against the microphone. I apologize. Anyway, that's it. Rock on. Take care. Hey everyone. Originally I was planning on making a music video so you can hear the Chinese Yngwie Malmsteen Strat in a mix. However, I quickly realized that I don't have the skills to make a decent music video. So with that said, I'm going to post a link below in the description of InkSplat Magazine, my instrumental. The guitar used in that mix was 100% the Chinese Yngwie Strat. No other guitars were used. So with that said, I hope you enjoy. And if you do, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.